and the law and the rules of the House. And the rules of the House are always in the interest of the sovereignty. And always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
For the Deputy Speaker position, the lawmaker representing Wase Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Ahmed Wase, emerged winner unopposed. President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated the newly elected presiding officers of the 9th National Assembly. In a statement by his spokesman, Femi Adesina, the president saluted all the national legislators and their political parties for their display of patriotism and non-partisanship before and during the election, and commended the transparent and fair nature of the voting process, judging it as a plus for democracy in the country, and charging the winners to use their positions for the higher interest of the country, her people, and the growth of democracy. Buhari urged contestants who lost out to be gallant in defeat and join hands with the victors, who he subsequently urged to exhibit magnanimity and eschew vindictiveness. In the same vein, the National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party has congratulated the 9th National Assembly for its successful inauguration. The party commended the newly elected Senate President Ahmed Lawan, Deputy Senate President Ovie Omoagege, as well as the newly elected Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila and Deputy Speaker Idris Wase for their victory in the keenly contested elections. In the statement signed by its spokesman, Kola Ologbondiyan, the party vowed to stand on the side of decency and utmost respect for the institution of the National Assembly, even as it urged the Assembly to effectively apply its statutory legislative instruments to guarantee good governance and fiscal prudence, curb corruption, check the excesses of the executive, and protect the rights of Nigerians from incessant violations. Also, the immediate past Senate President Bukola Saraki has congratulated his successor Ahmed Lawan on his emergence as the president of the 9th Senate. In a statement signed by his special advisor on media and publicity, Saraki also congratulated Ovie Omoagege on his emergence as the new deputy Senate president. He also extended his congratulations to the newly elected Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, and his deputy Idris Wase. The Independent National Electoral Commission has finally issued a certificate of return to ex-governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha. The commission obeyed the directive of a federal high court in Abuja last Friday, directing it to do so after its management meeting yesterday. Okorocha has, however, thanked the judiciary for doing the needful, and INEC also for taking a bold step in giving him his certificate. The policy meeting on admissions to tertiary institutions in Nigeria has approved 160 and above as the cutoff mark for admissions for the year 2019 into public universities. The meeting held in Osun State also approved 140 as minimum UTME score for admission into private universities. For public polytechnic, 120 UTME score was approved, while 110 was approved as the least score for admissions into private polytechnics. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has declared that the major challenges that characterized the 2019 general elections would have been averted if President Muhammadu Buhari had assented to the amended Electoral Act. Speaking during a courtesy visit by the political team from the British High Commission at the Government House in Port Harcourt, Governor Wike said the amended Electoral Act will legitimize the card reader and strengthen the process of result collation. The governor said that with the card reader given legal teeth, it will play a key role in the results that will emerge and discourage violence. In a statement issued by his special assistant on electronic media, Simeon Nwakodu, the governor was quoted to have said the amended Electoral Act, when signed into law, will restore confidence in the electoral system while also calling for the demilitarization of the nation's democracy. Meanwhile, reactions have been trailing the threat of withdrawal of government's recognition by Governor Nyesom Wike from traditional rulers whose domains are witnessing insecurity. Some respondents who spoke on the issue said the threat is a welcome development, but want the governor to investigate the role and link of the traditional rulers before carrying out his threat in the interest of justice and fairness. The residents also urged the governor not to stop at threatening the traditional rulers, but also extend same threat to the political class.
title or stool or whatsoever, we need to ask ourselves a question. Are these traditional rulers, are they the founding fathers of the problem that are lingering in the community? That is the question we need to ask ourselves first. Withdrawing their title, we didn't help to cope the situation, because if they have no idea about what is going on in the community, whether you relieve them of their position or not, what must be must be. So there is a way to tackle such issue, not by removing them from their chieftaincies too. Security is a collective responsibility. Bribing them of their stool.
It's a welcome development, but also you should also know that most of the crimes in the communities are not caused by the paramount ruler. You also caution his political appointees.
Speaking in an interview with correspondent Uchendu Ejowo, Port Harcourt-based human rights advocate, OC Higher King advised Governor Nyesom Wike to consider the legal implications of withdrawing recognition from a traditional ruler who may not have knowledge of the crime and does not have the power to curb the insecurity.
If it stops at only a threat, it's okay, because there is insecurity, it just withdraws. But what I want to say generally is that if it threatens them because an expatriate, one Lebanese, was kidnapped, let him also threaten them when one small girl is kidnapped, one poor man is kidnapped. I like it. Threaten everybody, but have you armed him? Did you give him machete? Did you give him police? Did you give him gun? How does he protect it? But again, it will, if we have a few cases of where traditional rulers are conniving or villagers are conniving, or they know where these people are, because these people are from villages, you should also threaten politicians. Yes, very important. Also threaten politicians whose domain is under Christ. Threaten them too.
You're listening to The World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, we'll be back with more news from the foreign scene and sports stories. Stay with us.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Insecurity has become a common factor in our general language within the Nigerian space, no doubt. Not only has it become a threat, it has begun taking diverse dimension we cannot ignore, where cultism spreads and breeds evil in its every wake. A solution we seek. A desire to stop the trend is imminent. And as your number one talk station, we have taken the challenge to champion this discourse and prefer solutions. Join us at our Anti-Cultism Summit on the 6th of July at 9 a.m. Be part of the solution. Welcome back, and you're still listening to The World News here on Today 95.1 FM. It's 12 minutes after 7. Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has dismissed a suit instituted by aggrieved Niger Delta youths against the Niger Delta Development Commission over alleged breach of Information Act and diversion of water hyacinth project and international merchant navy professional training overseas. A group of aggrieved Niger Delta youth had approached the court demanding to be awarded the sum of 1 billion naira as damage for their suffering. But Justice Uche Agumo in her judgment ruled that the plaintiffs failed to prove the matters established in the suit based on Freedom of Information Act. Justice Agumo said the plaintiffs did not request for any information from the defendants in the suit, saying that those whose names appears on the letter addressed to the commission were not plaintiffs in the matter. Justice Agumo, after evaluating the summons and evidence, refused to award the claims of 1 billion naira and thereafter dismissed the suit for lack of merit. Speaking to newsmen outside the court, counsel to plaintiffs, Chris Ojobagu, said his clients will appeal the judgment. Correspondent Uchendu Ejowo reports that no counsel represented the NDDC, but the leader of the aggrieved Niger Delta Youth, Prince Amatari, expressed readiness to challenge the matter up till the Supreme Court to ensure that justice is served. Vincent Igwe has been arraigned before a magistrate court sitting in Port Harcourt in 2-count charges of conspiracy and promotion of native war. Igwe was alleged to have conspired with others at large to commit felony and promote war against Eze Daniel Ogbonna Dodo. The arraignment of Vincent Igwe followed the outcome of an investigation by the Rivers State Police Command. After listening to the arguments of counsels in the matter, Chief Magistrate O.J. Amadi granted bail to Vincent Igwe to the tune of 5 million naira with 2 sureties in like sum. Magistrate Amadi also mandated the embattled chief to Magistrate Amadi also mandated the embattled chief to undertake not to cause crisis in Alakaya community, just as he advised others at large to submit themselves to the authorities. Our correspondent reports that other accused persons are Emenike Wolu, Indidi Amadi, Eze Chukwuka, Chief Robinson Abraka, and the paramount ruler of Akpo Kingdom, Ezeaneli Olu Rebe. The matter was adjourned till next month, July 15th, for hearing. The Christian Association of Nigeria said it will continue to resist alleged attempt by the federal government to undermine the Christian faith in the country. President of Christian Association of Nigeria, Samson Oyokunle, who stated this during a visit to the Rivers State University in Port Harcourt, frowned at what he described as a deliberate ploy by government to limit the rights of Christians. Oyokunle commended the management of Rivers State University for providing adequate space for Christians to practice their faith. He expressed satisfaction with the achievement of the Vice-Chancellor for his outstanding performance in ensuring peace and progress in the university. On his part, the Vice-Chancellor of Rivers State University, Professor Blessing Didier, said divine direction has been responsible for the peace and development witnessed in the university.
So you see, approaching this university, you first of all see God. So all those plans, I'm sure, were directed by God, and it's been leading us. I want to say that the two chaplains we have here for the Catholic and the Chapel of Redemption have been the main strength of this place.
Journalists have been advised to equip themselves with life-saving techniques during conflict reporting. Generalist Field Officer of the International Committee of the Red Cross Port Harcourt Subcommittee, Egbede David, gave the advice during a workshop for journalists in Port Harcourt by the International Committee of the Red Cross.
There is general insecurity, attack, obstruction, and voluntary discrimination of these particular persons. Start with again the personnel, the facility, the vehicles, as well as the wounded and the sick. Now, when ICRC talks about victims of armed conflict, there are 3 categories. There are some places we go to, they will begin to tell us, am I not a victim of armed conflict? The eyes of ICRC, victims of armed conflict are 1, the wounded and the sick, 2, the civilian population, okay, and 3, there are 3, wounded and sick, the civilian population, and detainees. These are the 3 categories of persons ICRC sees as vulnerable persons in times of conflict.
Speaking to correspondent Elfreda Alerici on the sideline of the event, the state chairman of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Stanley Job, advised journalists to be security conscious in reporting conflict issues.
You have to put safety first. Watch out whether the place is safe. If the place is safe for you, you get closer. But if it's not, you observe from a distance. You understand? Or you can also get information maybe from those who are very close, who are involved in the crisis, but were able to escape or leave the place unhurt. And you can get stories from them. But if you must get that point where maybe the heat of the battle, you should know that first safety.
Our correspondent reports that more than 50 journalists drawn from different media houses benefited from the training. The World Health Organization said it has confirmed the first case of Ebola in Uganda since an outbreak in the neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo 10 months ago. The organization revealed on Twitter that the confirmed case is a 5-year-old Congolese boy who traveled from the DRC with his family on the 9th of June 2019. It also said Uganda's health ministry and the WHO have sent a team to the western town of Kasese to trace likely cases and vaccinate those who may have come into contact with the patient. Uganda has been on high alert since the outbreak of the eastern DRC. Since the outbreak in the eastern DRC, where more than 2,000 cases of Ebola have been recorded, with 2/3 of them fatal. An Ethiopian envoy to Sudan, Mahmoud Dir, has said protest leaders in the country have agreed to suspend a civil disobedience campaign launched after a bloody crackdown on demonstrators and resume negotiations with the country's ruling generals on the formation of a transitional sovereign council. Speaking to reporters in Sudan's capital, Khartoum, the envoy said the Transitional Military Council has also agreed to release political prisoners as a goodwill gesture without giving details. The protest movement itself said in a statement that it was calling on people to resume work from tomorrow until further notice, though it encouraged people to remain mobilized for possible further action. Botswana's High Court has ruled in favor of decriminalizing homosexuality in a landmark decision for campaigners. 3 judges came to the decision unanimously in the move, which contrasts with Kenya's recent ruling against campaigners seeking to overturn laws on gay sex. The court consequently rejected laws that impose up to 7 years in prison for same-sex relationships, stating they were unconstitutional. According to Forbes' 100 ranking, Barcelona and Argentina forward Lionel Messi is now the world's highest paid athlete, earning $127 million in the past 12 months, dethroning retired boxer Floyd Mayweather. His longtime rival Juventus and Portugal star Cristiano Ronaldo was second with earnings of $109 million. Brazil and Paris Saint-Germain striker Neymar completed a sweep of the top 3 positions of by footballers, coming in third with earnings of $105 million. The 4th highest earner in the list was Mexico's middleweight boxing star Saul Canelo Alvarez with $94 million. Tennis star Roger Federer was 5th on the list with total earnings of $93.4 million. Meanwhile, tennis superstar Serena Williams was the only woman to make the list, coming in at 63rd with earnings of $29.2 million. And now to end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. The recently enacted June 12 bill has come into effect as the federal government is observing today as a public holiday to mark the New Democracy Day. President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated the newly elected presiding officers of the 9th National Assembly. And we told you that Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has blamed issues around the 2019 general elections on the refusal by President Muhammadu Buhari to sign the amended Electoral Act. And on the foreign scene, the World Health Organization has confirmed the first case of Ebola in Uganda since an outbreak in neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo. And that was the news as edited by Emmanuel Okoro. For comment and inquiries, please call 081-5341-8657 or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. To have a lovely Democracy Day celebration.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Hi, Mommy.
Hello, my love. Missing me already?
Yes, Mommy. When are you coming?
Aw, next week, darling. And I'll be bringing delicious meals for you and all your friends.
Okay, Mommy. I can't wait to see you. Love you.
Love you too.
She says she's bringing food next week.
All of you, keep quiet. Oh yeah, fetch my water now. I can't be late for assembly.
Yes, SP.
Tunde, you're exempted.
Good taste creates great memories. Relive the memory of delicious meals cooked with Mr. Chef's Seasoning Cubes. Available in multiple variants. Mr. Chef's Seasoning Cubes are available at your nearest market or superstore. Mr. Chef's Seasoning Cubes, creating delightful memories.
Insecurity has become a common factor in our general language within the Nigerian space, no doubt. Not only has it become a threat, it has begun taking diverse dimension we cannot ignore, where cultism spreads and breeds evil in its every wake. A solution we seek, a desire to stop the trend is imminent. And as your number one talk station, we have taken the challenge to champion this discourse and prefer solutions. Join us at our Anti-Cultism Summit on the 6th of July at 9 a.m. Be part
of the solution.
Are you in search of a place to do all your audio recordings? From jingle, documentaries, church messages, and lots more.
Are you in search of a platform to give your business maximum exposure? Look no further. Come advertise with Today FM. With our unbeatable reach, we'll give your business the boost it so dearly needs. Visit us now at number 1 Today FM Drive off East West Road, Rumekini, Port Harcourt. Whatever the business is, we'll give it a voice.
Still your premium talk radio station, Today 95.1 FM, the news update at 1. The federal government is making plans towards the recovery of... Oh, they call my line again now. Hello?
Hello?
What
is happening? I've not been getting that desired result on my advert placed on radio.
You said you wanted a good place to showcase your products now.
Yes. Someone told me about Today95.1 FM and I said I should call.
Okay, just come to Today 95.1 FM. I beg, they read news now, thanks.
On my way.
Sorry for that break. Still on the news, Governor of...
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
Peace is a situation where there is no war or violence in a society. Peace allows wealth to accumulate and the society to advance.
Through peace, generations of wealth, education, technology can build up, thereby making people very prosperous and happy.
Without peace, there will be violence, war, and underdevelopment in our society. The most disadvantageous peace is far better than the most just war. Let us embrace peace for a better society.
This message is brought to you by your premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM.
It's what I pray for my all around the world. It's what I pray for my
Hold on, Kata. No, don't say else. Just bring 5,000 now.
Only.
Make
the Kata day. Make the code remain.
Yeah, they worry.
You were not aware you're a thief. Now that you know that your money is coming from a thief, do you not see why you're a thief?
All right, still talking about affairs of the federal government. We understand also that the federal government...
Welcome to today's edition of Beats and Pieces in your premium talk and news radio.
It's going to be 1-1 Malata. 1-0 is never good enough.
That's why we're called the voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Act.
Here we go.
Good morning, sir.
My pikin, how are you this morning?
I'm fine, sir.
You dey go school?
Yes, sir.
Make sure say you read.
Madam, please, can I have one small juice and 2 biscuits there? Please be fast. Girl, customer, bear no vex. I dey come, make her bring them. No, you're late. You're late already.
Plantain, buy plantain.
See as this small girl dey cross this busy road anyhow.
Sweet plantain.
So, your mama no know say you too young to dey hawk?
Now one for mama, oh. I be come for it, make I cross road.
Made in China.
Oh, buy your plantain.
Leave the
road. The fact that you're not financially buoyant doesn't mean that you should abuse your child. Most times, these children don't have the capacity or knowledge to carry on the tasks. Education, they say, is an important aspect in a child's life. So do well not to take away that opportunity from them, as it will affect them later in the future. Remember that giving out your child for early marriage could also affect the child's life. So stop child trafficking. Avoid sending them out in the name of making money, because the children today are the leaders of tomorrow. Don't ruin their future with your ignorance. Say no today to child abuse. Say no today to child trafficking. Say no today to child marriage. This message is brought to you by Today95.1 FM.
We are the future. We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we shall be.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Let's talk football. Let's talk football.
What a devastating strike!
Football is a leisure game.
Sports is actually my job.
Football is boring.
That's not true. It's way more important than that.
What a wonderful goal! Fantastic strike!
As far as I'm concerned, sports is all about passion.
Sports Attack, weekdays 7:30 a.m. and Today Sports Live 3 p.m. Weekends 1 p.m. to 6 p.m.
For all you need to know in the world of sports, leave the dial on Today 95.1 FM.
I'm T Rangers calling from Imo State.
My name is White calling from Bayelsa.
Hell yes, this is Udra calling from Akwa Ibom.
My name is John calling from Obasa.
Amaka calling from Abia.
This is Toya calling from Bayelsa. I'm Divine calling from Port Harcourt.
With over 8 million listeners glued to this dial, why not take advantage?
Showcase your product
And services to the world with rates that wouldn't break your back.
Visit us at number 1 Today FM Drive off East West Road, Rumekini, Port Harcourt, or our city office, 21 Orobom Crescent, GRA Phase 2, Port Harcourt.
Give us a call today on
0803 35 57 986 or 0810 128 2937.
We are your number 1 talk radio station. Today, 95.1 FM. Voice of the people.
Let's talk football. Let's talk football.
What a devastating strike!
Football is a leisure game.
Sports is actually my job.
Football is boring.
That's not true. It's way more important than that.
What a wonderful goal! Fantastic strike!
As far as I'm concerned, sports is all about passion.
Sports Attack, weekdays 7:30 a.m. and Today Sports Live 3 p.m. Weekends 1 p.m. to 6 p.m.
For all you need to know in the world of sports, leave the dial on Today 95.1 FM.
This is what we've waited for. The showdown. The fastest men in the world.
Hearts racing.
One light, two lights. They're backing off and backing.
Pulse rising.
Who will come out on top? Who'll take 3 lights, 4 He's ready to be the star.
The anticipation.
Powerful, strong, compact. Tyson get right. Hold all the way. He's looking right.
The heart stops. Catch the sports game.
Emeka Dennis is my name, and the guys.
Mr. Emmanuel Chuzo, I am the top striker. Wisdom Obinayos. My name is Ganaman.
Dorcas Koki, the sports diva.
On Sports Attack, Mondays through Fridays, 7:30 a.m. And Today's Sport Live, 3 to 4 p.m. And also on the weekends, 1 to 6 p.m. Only on your premium sports radio. Today, 95.1 FM.
I wanna take you away.
A very good morning and welcome to Sports Attack, reaching you live from the stables of Today95.1 FM right here in the Garden City of Port Harcourt. It's the 12th day of the month of June 2019. Time to talk sports this morning. So whatever you are, go call your friends, call your enemies. The program is today Sports Attack. My name is Emmanuel Chibuzo, the top striker this morning. Let's start from table tennis, where having suffered several defeats against top Chinese stars in the past. Aruna Kodri is excited over his first round win over China's Zheng Pingshang out of just concluded the ITTF World Tour Hong Kong Open. In all his meetings against any top Chinese stars. Quadri has never claimed victory against the Asians, but he broke his myth against the pen holder Chinese star in the entertaining encounter played at the Queen Elizabeth Stadium last Thursday. Of course, in the maiden meeting, the Chinese star blew Quadri away with a 4-0 win, with the Nigerian turned the tide at the number 15 seed with a 12-10, 11-9, and 9-11, 11-15, 5-11, 10-12, 11-5 to win to get standing ovation from the fans at the venue. An excited Quadri told reporters that he could not hide his excitement over the win. He said, "I'm confident with my performance in Hong Kong because I've never won against any player from China, but I was so determined in the match, even when my opponent wanted to frustrate me with his attitude. It was a big boost to my confidence playing against Chinese players now," he said. And now to tennis we go this morning, where new French Open winner Rafael Nadal remains second in the men's tennis rankings released on Monday by the Association of Tennis Professionals, behind Novak Djokovic. The leading 8 positions are unchanged, with French Open losing finalist Dominic Thiem fourth behind Roger Federer. Djokovic and Federer were losing finalists in Paris. Russia's Karen Khachanov and Italy's Fabio Fognini entered the top 10 at 9th and 10th respectively. John Isner and Juan Martín del Potro dropped out of the leading 10. Below is the ATP top 10 as of 10th of June. Of course, number 1 is Novak Djokovic with 12,715 points, seconded by Rafael Nadal. Federer is third, Dominic Thiem is fourth, Alexander Zverev is fifth, or Stefanos Tsitsipas is sixth, Ken Shikori is seventh, Kevin Anderson is eighth, of course, number 9 is Karen Khachanov, and Fabio Fognini is in number 10. To the WTA, where Ashley Barty lifted 6 places to world number 2 in the WTA rankings released on Monday after the Australians' a surprise win at the French Open. Naomi Osaka narrowly retains the top spot despite her shock elimination in the third round at Roland Garros, which ended her hopes of winning a third successive Grand Slam. Britain's Joanna Konta moved up 8 spots to 18th as a reward for reaching the French Open semi-finals. Of course, the top 10 has Osaka as number 1, seconded by Ashley Barty. Third is Karolina Pliskova. Kiki Bertens is 4th. Petra Kvitova is 5th. Angelique Kerber is 6th. Elena Svitolina is 7th. Halep is 8th. Sloane Stevens 9th. Arina Sabalenka is 10th. And Serena Williams is in 11th place. And now to golf, where Tiger Woods will return to his Masters winning form at the US Open, says former Ryder Cup captain Paul McGinley. Since ending an 11-year wait to claim a 15th major at the Masters in April, Woods missed the cut at the US PGA Championship and finished 9th at the Memorial Tournament earlier this month. World number 11, Ricky Fowler, was full of praises for Tiger Woods for his impressive run to winning the US Open in the year 2000.
99, early 2000s is probably some of the most impressive and dominant golf I think anyone's really ever seen. To see what he did here at a major, to Joe, my caddy, was telling me he was actually watching some of the reruns of it. I think they had some of it going last week, but I think Tiger had told Stevie that he wasn't going to make a bogey the final round, and fist pumping his par putt on 16 when he's clearly in a different golf tournament. He's not going to lose at that point, but it was just cool to see. I don't think we haven't seen very many dominant performances like that.
While world number 7, Justin Thomas, says he's excited to be taking part in the Open.
I'm excited to check it out. I mean, I really, really do love U.S. Opens. I love the test, the grind. They just have a different feel to them, like all the majors do. And I'm excited to go out there and check it out, because this is when you get weather like this at Pebble Beach, it's got to be one of the most beautiful places in the world.
The U.S. Open starts at Pebble Beach on Thursday, the scene of Tiger's first victory in the tournament in 2000. McGinley says the course will suit the Americans' style of play. And now to boxing, where Tyson Fury has achieved the rank of best heavyweight in the world after the latest rankings saw Anthony Joshua slip 3 places down below the Gypsy King and American rival Deontay Wilder. The rankings published by Ring Magazine showed the effect of Joshua's first defeat as a professional, the first blemish inflicted on him by Andy Ruiz Jr. A 7th-round stoppage at the prestigious Madison Square Garden saw Ruiz Jr. crowned unified heavyweight champion, the first Mexican-American to do so. Ruiz Jr.'s gain came at the loss of 3 world titles for Joshua, who has been demoted from number 1 to number 4 in the rankings, 1 place behind the man who handed him his first loss. Joshua's compatriot, Dillian White, finishes off the top 5, and with a fight against Oscar Rivas coming up this month, White will have an opportunity to put some pressure on the leading 4 in the heavyweight division. Ahead of Tyson Fury's bout against Tom Schwartz this weekend, the Briton said he's not looking past his opponent and not thinking about Deontay Wilder.
There's a lot of risk, you know, you can never look past any opponent, as we saw last Saturday night. So I must focus and give all my energy to this fight. I'm not interested in Deontay Wilder or anybody else, only Tom Schwartz.
So Wilder's not on your mind at all? I mean, how much have you thought about him in the last few months?
I haven't thought about him at all. I kicked his ass once in this same place where I am now, Los Angeles, of last year. And I'll do it again whenever the opportunity arises, but I'm not thinking about Deontay Wilder.
When asked about Anthony Joshua's loss to Andy Ruiz Jr. and the potential rematch in November-December, Fury had this to say.
When you saw what happened to Anthony Joshua the other night, does that give you pause for thought?
Not really, because it was expected. It was going to happen sooner or later, but I'm just overwhelmed that it was another fat guy who did it. It was a lose-lose situation for Joshua, because if he didn't knock him out in a couple of rounds, it was like, oh, he couldn't even knock a fat guy out. But if the unthinkable happened and you lost to this fat guy, how are you going to return from that?
Well, he's going to fight him again. How do you see that going?
Same again. Styles do make fights, and if he could have done anything, he'd have done it there and then on the night.
What are the chances now that you'll fight Anthony Joshua one day?
Well, if he loses again, like I think he will, they're very slim. So if a little fat kid can beat him, then people are saying, well, anybody can beat him now.
And now to basketball we go this morning.
I mean, it's not really like the kind of finish that we hope for. But it was still like a really exciting game. The Warriors played incredibly well. Got to give credit to them. But, you know, hopefully they can pull it through in the next game.
It was a real close game. It's okay, Raps in 6. We're going to get it next game. Yeah.
I don't know. They played great. The other team was better. But next game, Raps in 6. 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 Raps in 6.
Of course, the excited fans of Toronto Raptors who hope to wrap up the series in Game 6 come tomorrow night right there as Golden State Warriors star Kevin Durant suffered a right Achilles tendon injury in a 106-105 win over the Toronto Raptors in Game 5 of the NBA Finals on Monday night. The Warriors general manager Bob Myers said Durant will have an MRI to determine the severity of the injury, but the emotional looks on Myers and players' coaches face tells the story. Of course, he says if they're to blame anyone, they have to blame him as the GM because he gave the go-ahead for Durant to play the game.
Prior to coming back, he went through 4 weeks with our medical team, and it was thorough, and it was experts, multiple MRIs and multiple doctors, and we felt good about the process. He was cleared to play tonight. That was a collaborative decision. I don't believe there's anybody to blame, but I understand this world, and if you have to, you can blame me. I run our basketball operations department. And to tell you something about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant loves to play basketball, and the people that questioned whether he wanted to get back to this team were wrong. And I'm not here to. He's one of the most misunderstood people. He's a good teammate. He's a good person. It's not fair. I'm lucky to know him. I don't know. I don't have all the information on what really the extent of what it all means until we get an MRI. But the people that worked with him and cleared him are good people.
An emotional Bob Myers, right, the white coach of the side, Steve Kerr, described the victory as incredible, but also as a horrible loss for Kevin Durant.
I don't think that I can, honestly. I just told the team I didn't know what to say because, on the one hand, I'm so proud of them, just the amazing heart and grit that they showed, and on the other, I'm just devastated for Kevin. And so it's a bizarre feeling that we all have right now. An incredible win and a horrible loss at the same time.
For Steph Curry, he believes that life is more important beyond basketball, and he has sacrificed a lot for the team.
Everybody gets so wrapped up in chasing championships and the greatness that you see on the floor, but life is more important in terms of caring about an individual and what they're going through on a daily basis. And you see the commitment and the challenges and just what's been thrown at KD, this whole year, really. He gave us what he had. He went out there and sacrificed his body, and you know how it turned out. So a part of our mentality and like the experiences, the shared experiences that we have as a team and what we've all been through, that's way more important than anything that happens out there, long term, anything that happens on the court. I just feel so bad for him, to be honest. Like nobody should have to go through something like that, especially with this stage that we have.
White shooting guard Klay Thompson says they want to win the championship for Kevin Durant.
Really, it sucks, man. I feel so bad for those two, especially Kevin. I don't know the extent of his injury, but that's never fun, man. For what he for him to put his health on the line, to come back and compete at the highest level. He's one of the best to ever do it. I want to try to win this for him. We miss him. We just hope him a speedy recovery. That's our brother, and to be honest, it's very deflating. It's hard to even celebrate this win.
And of course, elsewhere, four-time NBA champion Tony Parker has announced retirement at the age of 37. The French point guard was drafted 28th by the San Antonio Spurs in 2001 and won the title with them in 2003, 2005, 2007, and 2014 before joining the Charlotte Hornets last season. Parker was also a European champion with France in 2013. And of course, over now to the world of football we go this morning. Let's start from the MPFL Super 6, where coach of Eyimba Football Club, Usman Abdallah, says that the target for the People's Elephant is to be crowned champions of the Nigerian Professional Football League. Eyimba, who topped the championship playoffs with 9 points, will do battle with Aqua United today, and the coach says that winning the title will be an icing on the cake.
I think this is the last stage. I think we are very close. We are just 3 points away from the title. The team have been away from trophy for a long time. So we have to get this trophy today. So that's the plan, is just to get the trophy. I think we will go for a win because I think this championship can be won even before the playoffs finishes. So I think we are in a good position for that. So the most important thing is to go out and grab the 3 points. At this very moment, all we need is the icing on the cake. That is the trophy. So that's why we have to concentrate and grab it as well.
For Eyimba defender Ifeanyi Enemena, he says the target for the People's Elephant is to win the league and qualify to represent Nigeria on the continent.
Yeah, we have the target to make sure that we win the league and qualify for the Champions League, because the 3 slot that is left for the Champions League, anybody can go for it. So it's for us to work hard and make sure that we win the league. That is one thing that is very important. And if I win the league this season, I will appreciate God, because it's my second time winning the league with Eyimba. So we are working hard to make sure that we win the league this season.
While Aqua United defender Juwon Oshaniwa says the promised keepers can cause an upset ahead of the game against Eyimba today.
I'm only concerned about myself and about the team. We as Aqua United, we just believe on our strength and we believe on what we can do, what we can go out there to do. Collectively, individually, God on our side. I know at the end of it we'll be crowned. I don't want to talk about, with due respect to all the teams that qualify to, they're equally good. Like I said earlier, I'm most concerned about what we can do, provided we come out collectively to do it. I know at the end of it we'll be rewarded with our effort.
And of course, today's fixture will see Ifeanyi up against Rangers by 3 p.m. Eyimba up against Aqua United by 5 p.m. And of course, Kano Pillars will do battle with Lobby Stars by 7 p.m. Eyimba top the log with 9 points, seconded by Kano Pillars, who have 8 points, and Aqua third on 6 points. The camp of Nigeria Super Falcons will go this morning, where Nigeria Super national team coach Thomas Zenebi has disclosed that he's working out how his side can defend against set pieces from opponents during the FIFA Women's World Cup sequel to lapses noticed in that area during Saturday's 3-0 loss to Norway. And of course, the coach says he's confident that the girls can bounce back and win South Korea despite going down 3-0 in the first game against Norway.
Even that we lost the first game, still very confident. Because we have the first 20-25 minutes as a really good start on the game, and the passing game was good and the pace in the game was good. So if we can bring that also to the second game, I think we have a really good chance. But of course we need to win. We need to win.
The Swedish gaffer said he's not underestimating the South Koreans, despite the South Koreans are losing 4-0 to the host nation France in the opening game of the tournament.
Yeah, we know that South Korea is a really skillful team, a good passing play, very quick players, and with a good build-up play. And we definitely respect them, and we'll come to the game with a lot of humility to also, as I said, respect the other team. But I still think that if we use our best strengths, the power, the speed and so on, have a really good chance. But of course it's a good team. It's the World Cup now.
While Super Eagles Super Falcons forward, Asisa Doshola says the team lost for concentration in the first game against the Norway and hope to get the things right when they do battle with South Korea later today.
We did our best. We had a good game, not a bad game overall if you check the stats, but we lost concentration for a couple of minutes, and then that actually cost us the whole game. The next game, we'll try to see what we can get out of it.
Because Nigeria do battle against South Korea by 2 p.m, while France will entertain Norway by 8 p.m, and of course, not forgetting by 5 p.m. to be Germany up against Spain. That game is in Group B. And of course, yesterday we saw a record-breaking game, USA defeating Thailand by 13 goals to nothing. Yes, you heard me right, 13 goals to nothing. USA, defending champions, trounced Thailand in their opening game right there. Meanwhile, President of World Football Governing Body FIFA, Gianni Infantino, is already having high expectations for the FIFA Women's World Cup ongoing right there in France.
We are sold out, I think 20 matches or so. And sales are mainly local, right, for a Women's World Cup. Not so many, like for the Men's World Cup, not millions of fans traveling. We will soon reach the 1 million tickets sold, which shows that in different host cities, which are maybe a bit smaller cities than Paris, there, I think the fever of the Women's World Cup is coming over.
And to the Super Eagles camp we go this morning, where Rotherham United of England utility player Semi Ajayi has declared that he is not holding any ill feelings over his exclusion from Nigeria's squad to this year's African Cup of Nations, but he has instead sent a good luck message to the squad. Ajayi pledged in the wake of his failure to make General's final to the three-man squad to AFCON 2019 that he will remain loyal to Nigeria and stressed that he is wishing the Super Eagles a very successful outing at the continental showpiece in Egypt. Meanwhile, ex-international Edema Fuludu on Monday said that the exclusion of Super Eagles striker Kelechi Iheanacho from the three-man list by Coach General didn't come to him as a surprise. Fuludu, a member of the victorious 1994 AFCON squad, made the assertion in an interview with reporters in Lagos. He said, "I wasn't surprised, really. He's not in his best form, and if you are not in form, there's nothing anyone can do about it." While Super Eagles midfielder John Ogu says everyone is looking sharp as they hope to bring smile in the faces of soccer for Nigerians right there in Egypt.
I mean, everyone is looking sharp. Everyone is working out to be fit. We know the tasks ahead of us, which we just want to go there and try to win and bring smile to the faces of every Nigerian.
The combative midfielder said he knows it will be a tough task to emerge champions at the Mundial.
This is a big tournament for us. We've not been there since 2013. Now we just want to go there and try to, help and win, make our country happy. We know it's not going to be easy. So many nations coming there, but we just want to keep, preparing, so as everyone to stay fit, as soon as possible.
While Villarreal winger Samuel Chukwueze says going to the AFCON is very important for his career, and of course is mentally fit for any challenge.
For me, to choose the African Cup of Nations is very, very important for me, because for my club I've been preparing my mind since from under 19 to the first team in Villarreal. There is almost went to relegation, but with the pressure in the club and everything, and my mentality and everything that I have to to be in the first division this season, so I don't see any pressure on my side, but I know everybody's looking up to me to do different things, but I know I'm mentally fit to face any challenge.
While ex-international Finidi George has said the Super Eagles should have positive mindset ahead of the AFCON and put their differences aside if they want to emerge victorious in Egypt.
They should live like a family, It doesn't matter their differences. Once you put on the color, you dare to serve Nigeria. And soldier men going to war. Once you wear that uniform, you have a gun, you dare to protect your country. So they should do the same and let them emulate. We had our differences, but we're teammates. They have a chance to win it. It's just a matter of mindset. They should go there well prepared. It's important. And if they play good friendly games before the tournament, they can assess themselves and they can go from there.
However, officials of the Nigerian Football Federation are going through legal documents in search of points they can use against Italian sports kit manufacturing company Ligia for ruling out what have been tagged the fake copies of the country's well-celebrated national team's attire. Although nothing concrete is yet to come out of the glass house on the matter, feelers indicate that officials have raised eyebrows over reports that Ligia have rolled out their own adaptation of the famous Super Eagles jersey that was launched at last year's World Cup. Moving on this morning to the European scene before we call it a wrap on this part of the program this morning, where Man City and Man United are set to go head-to-head for Harry Maguire now that England's Nations League campaign is over. The local rivals both want to sign the England defender this summer and are prepared to enter talks over a deal that would likely smash the record for an English defender. His current club, Leicester, do not want to sell him. However, and it is understood that they have therefore not put evaluation on the 26-year-old defender. Foxes believe he's worth in the region of £80 million more than this world record set by £75 million by Virgil van Dijk last year. Both City and United are understood to be reluctant to pay that much, but any fee would almost certainly break the £50 million City spent on signing Kyle Walker from Tottenham in 2017. While Man United midfielder Paul Pogba has dismissed criticism of his body language and haircut after insisting that he's judged differently to other footballers. The 26-year-old has faced criticism for his performances since returning to Man United in 2016, with the club having finished 6th in the Premier League in 2 of his 3 seasons. Pogba played a key role for France to win the World Cup last summer and believes that his performance in Russia validates his approach to the sport. And lastly, this morning, Paulo Fonseca has been named the Roma head coach on a 2-year deal after 3 years with Shakhtar Donetsk in Ukraine. For the 6-year-old, who replaces veteran manager Claudio Ranieri, has the option to extend his deal to summer 2022. He said, "I'm excited and motivated by the task ahead," said Fonseca, who also coached Porto and Braga in his home land. It's a wrap on the show this morning. Many thanks for your listening pleasure. And of course, before I go, big birthday shout out to my mom, Mrs. Gloria Orji. Many thanks to you. And of course, enjoy the rest of your day. If not for anything, at least for your heart. Do some sport. Emmanuel Tibuzo, signing out.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
I have a few people in the studio I'll be talking to, representatives of daily income stores. Let me know your name first of all.
Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Engineer Ofon Obokodom, of course, the MDC of Division Nigeria Limited.
Okay, so what is daily income stores? What's that?
Daily income store is a store actually that all you need to do is to walk into this store. Only once in a year you do your shopping, then drop your account details. As other customers are shopping after you, you are getting daily. This store is already 12 years old in over 100 countries. We are 6 years old already in Nigeria, and then we are 4 years old in Port Harcourt. And then people keep asking us questions, what exactly is this store selling? Actually, we are not selling anything far from our normal human being daily needs and wants. For example, now you are hearing us right now. You can never stay for 1 month without not brushing your mouth. You're going to spend money either on chewing stick or paste to brush your mouth. If you're also hearing us right now, you can never stay for 1 month without not taking your bath. You're going to spend money either on liquid soap, powder soap, or solids to take your bath. That means that human being daily needs and wants can never be satisfied. And you can never stop shopping. You have been shopping every day. You are not making money every day. You deserve to make money every day. So Daily Income Stores has this advancement in technology, has this innovation that all you need to do is to shop only once from this store, drop your account details, and get paid every day as other customers shop after you. That is why we are holding a powerful training, because we realize that so many people have been going to this store, shopped, and they walk out of the store. They don't know that they're supposed to drop their account details. So they go to the training today and tomorrow to show you how this store works. The training is going to happen in 2 sections. 11 a.m. this morning, no African time. You cannot come by 11 a.m. this morning today. You can come by 4 p.m. in the evening, of course, today after work. So the time again is 11 and 4 p.m. Of course, the good news is that you have to send us a text, enjoy. You want to come for the training today, say enjoy today. You want to be part of the training tomorrow, send enjoy tomorrow. So these following numbers:
0702 628 0877 0702 628 0877. Again, 0702 628 0877.
We will reserve a seat for you to be in the training today.
All right, so I'm a bit interested in how this innovation works. So you say just go shop once.
Okay, yes.
So I'll come in, do my regular shopping just
once in a year.
And then I earn it for a lifetime.
As other customers are shopping after you, that means there's a percentage of each product, toothpaste, soaps, beverages that we have in our store that's also come to you as a customer who shop first.
Just one time?
Just one time. That is why the training is important. This store is already here in Port Harcourt for 4 years, paying out every day for 4 years, daily alert. Of course, people don't know about it. That is why the training is more important. It's just like withdrawing money from the ATM machine. People never believe that you can withdraw money from ATM card. I know a woman that told me that is not possible, so she refused to collect the ATM card. If when mobile app came on board, people never believe that you can transfer money from your mobile phone to somebody's account. This is technology. This is an advancement in technology. The same technology is what Daily Income Stores has. That once you shop once, you drop your account details. Of course, as other customers are shopping after you, you're going to get daily alert. We are not new. We're already 4 years in Port Harcourt, 6 years in Nigeria, and 12 years old in over 100 countries. That is why the training is occurring today.
So this is real.
It's real. That's why we say come for the training today. By 11 o'clock, you see us. And of course, by 4 p.m., it's just 1 hour training. And the time again is 11 o'clock today and by 4 p.m. in the evening. The number to send us a text, enjoy.
0702 628 0877 0702 628 0877. 62877. Again, 0702 628 0877.
The training fee is just a token of 2,000 naira, but today we are going to give you a discount, 50% discount, so your training fee will be 1,000 naira. Today, your 1,000 naira, you are qualified to be the training today by 11 o'clock. And
Does
that's
that
amazing.
cover for tomorrow because you have training today and tomorrow?
No, the training is not for you to come 2 days. It's just one section. You can come by 11, it's okay for you. You are too busy in the office already, you're going to somewhere. You can come by 4 p.m. in the evening. You just you want to be part of it tomorrow, just one section. So we are making it a 2-day power pack event so that end of these 2 days, you are coming today, you only pay a token of 1,000 naira for the training instead of 2,000 naira.
Fantastic. So I have two people here with us in the studio, and let me just quickly know their name. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What's your name?
My name is Victor Billy.
Okay, good to meet you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
And you are?
My name is Harry Frank.
Okay, Victor, let me start with you. Are you part of this here? Have you gone to this store? Have you purchased anything there? And are you earning anything? Honestly, tell us the truth now.
Thank you. I heard about the daily income stores on radio. I just tuned to the radio. I heard that the program is going on. Daily income stores, you can shop once, you drop your account details, you get paid as other customers shops after you. I was so curious. I was wondering how possible is it that you shop, you drop your account details, you get paid as other customers shops after you. I went to the program. I paid the training fee. On getting there, I actually saw that these things are toothpaste, beverages, soaps that we normally use every day. So I decided to shop. I said, let me see if this is possible.
Real.
I dropped my account details. To the greatest surprise, few days later, I started getting alerts. Even as I'm talking to you, I said yesterday I got alert. And the good news is that now what I'm getting from these daily income stores is far more than my monthly salary.
I'm watching. I'm right here. I'm watching.
That's why I want to tell you, you cannot sit at home to know how real it is.
Unless you come
So
to the
why
training.
not take this opportunity? Come and see what I saw. And today, I'm thanking God that I shopped.
All right, let's hear your story.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Harry Frank, like I said. Okay, I actually heard about Daily Income Store, not through radio. It was a friend who told me about the information. He's a very busy guy. He had it on radio and he didn't have enough chance. So that's what I want to say today. If you're busy, you can use the information to bless somebody's life. But I never believed him as a guy. I'm a businessman by nature. So I know how money is made. I never believed that money can just be made by purchasing something. So, but after arguing and delaying for more than 8 months, I gave a try one day and I walked in there. I was curious. I wanted to know, are their products certified? Are they approved by Nigerian NAFDAC and all the certified organizations? And when I walked in, that was my first aspect. I looked at it and they were certified. So I was okay. I said, okay, I just made a purchase. I dropped my account number. I picked my package home. A few days later, I was impressed. I got an alert on my phone and I never believed. You know, the good thing is that nobody pays you. The transaction is done through bank. So when you shop, you have to drop your account number. In case you don't have one, you can drop my own account. So a few days later, I got an alert. I was curious. I took my ATM to the ATM machine. I said,
whether the money that is real.
I actually got in. The money came out. And I counted to be sure. So sincerely, I started receiving an alert. And this has actually turned my life around. And so that has been my experience.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this because this seems like a win-win situation.
Okay.
You said you found out that the products that you bought are certified.
Yes.
So that means you actually did use the products and you benefited from the
my
product.
God, wonderful product. Just like
We have
to pay
So you benefited from the product. You enjoyed your money that you spent, and then you still get paid.
And the thing that it's not a must to shop with us actually. You can go to other stores and shop. They can never ask you to drop their account details.
No.
Of course, they cannot pay you because it's not their system, and they cannot do that just because it's not their system. We are the only one doing this for the past 12 years old in over 100 countries, 6 years in Nigeria, and 4 years in Port Harcourt. That's why the training today is very important. By 11 o'clock in the morning, today, 1 hour training, no African time, 11 or by 4. Choose anyone convenient for you, just to be there at the program. And what I want to do for those people who are there sitting at home, doubting at this opportunity, please, I will give the first 10 people free products who are still doubting. You can try and buy one of the first 10 people.
Wow,
I will have something for you for free, whether you're shopping or not. Just text the word enjoy. Please, we are having so many calls on our phones. Please, I can see the phone ringing. Please, just send us the word enjoy so that we can reserve a seat. Enjoy.
0702 628 0877. 0702 628 0877. Again, 0702 628 0877.
I will reserve a seat for you to be at the training today.
Let me just know now who can be part of this training? Who is it open for?
Everybody is eligible actually. You're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're a commissioner, you're a reverend, you're educated, you're not educated. Every class, as far as you have been spending money buying something from other stores, you know what is money. Of course, you can also be part of the training.
One thing though, when I hear something that sounds so good like this, Too good to be real. I ask, what is the risk?
Good enough. Anyway, the risk behind daily customers is that there will come a time that nobody going to brush their mouth. If that is possible, that means the store can no longer pay us. There comes a time that nobody going to take the bait again. There comes a time nobody going to eat again. That is the only risk involved, that nobody going to do shopping, and because that's why the store cannot pay us. But they're not making money, so they will pay us. But there's not a time that people are not shopping. People shop every day. We brush our mouth every day. We take our bait every day. We eat every day. You drink water every day. Human daily needs and wants can never be satisfied. So as long as people keep shopping, the stores will keep paying, because the stores actually says shop once in a year, drop your account details. As other customers are shopping after you, you'll be getting daily alert. And of course, we have so many cases of people have shopped once and right now they've resigned. So the store is real.
And it's open for everybody. As long as you know how to spend money buying your daily needs and wants. This is open for you.
Yes.
You don't want to miss this meeting
Definitely.
that will be going on today.
And I think the biggest risk is you staying at home.
The numbers
0702 628 0877 0702 628 0877. Again, 0702 628 0877.
The time is 11 a.m. this morning, no African time. Please, the first 10 people that will be in the program today, I'm going to give them free product, and tomorrow, anything I want to come for it. Try and be on the first 10. But today, this morning, I'm going to double your product for you. Is it good or very good?
Yeah, 10 people. I hope you know that I'm inside the 10.
The most important thing why the training is being organized, that we want to create an awareness. A lot of people became poor in life because poor is spelled P-O-O-R. P means passing, O means over, O means opportunities, R means repeatedly. When a man keep passing over opportunities repeatedly, it tends to be a poor man. Opportunity everywhere. It's around you. There's abundance in Nigeria. You are the architect of success. So Daily Income Stores has come to do this innovation, come to do this awareness training, come to do this particular training for you. Of course, you can always shop once, drop your account details, and get paid every day as other customers shop after it. You just send us a text, enjoy.
0702 628 0877. 0702 628 0877. Again, 0702 628 0877.
And the training fee is 2,000 naira. But when promo today is 1,000 naira that you pay today, and the time again is 11 and 4 p.m. Just anyone come. And my final word is that seeing is believing. You cannot stay home and know how real it is. Come today. Thank you. We love you. We want to see you there.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Hi, Mommy.
Hello, my love. Missing me already?
Yes, Mommy. When are you coming?
Aw, next week, darling. And I'll be bringing delicious meals for you and all your friends.
Okay, Mommy. I can't wait to see you. Love you.
Love you too.
She says she's bringing food next week.
All of you, keep quiet. Oh yeah, fetch my water now. I can't be late for assembly.
Yes, SP.
Tunde, you're exempted.
Good taste creates great memories. Relive the memory of delicious meals cooked with Mr. Chef's Seasoning Cubes. Available in multiple variants. Mr. Chef's Seasoning Cubes are available at your nearest market or superstore. Mr. Chef's Seasoning Cubes, creating delightful memories.
NBA Forex and Capital Investment Limited presents Investors Breakfast Meeting. The date, 15th June 2019, time 8 a.m. The venue, Aztec Arcom Event Center, 77 Ken Sarawiwa Road, formerly Stadium Road, Port Harcourt. And this is powered by NBA Forex, supported by AFX Group and Finitech Global Markets. Visit www.nbaforex.org for more information or call 0808-595-3225 or 0816-295-3970. NBA Forex, your journey to financial freedom.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Hold on, Kata. No, don't say else. Just bring 5,000 now.
Only. Make the Kata day. Make the code remain.
Yeah, they worry.
You were not aware you're a thief. Now that you know that your money is coming from a thief, do you not see why you're a thief?
All right, still talking about affairs of the federal government. We understand also that the federal government...
Welcome to today's edition of Beats and Pieces in the Premium Talk and Newsway.
And it's going to be 1-1 Morata. 1-0 is never good enough.
That's why we're called the voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Act.
Here we go.
Wake up to today's quest.
Wake up.
All the news and information you need in one go. Get started with the best of sports, lifestyle, analysis, and Annie.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Can you feel it? Wake up to today's quest with Annie on Today 95.1 FM. From 6 to 11 a.m. weekdays. Fantastic.
The time is 10 minutes after 8, and today is Democracy Day. It feels good to have Democracy Day on June 12th, isn't it? Well, Democracy Day, happy Democracy Day to everyone out there. And I know a couple of people will say, what democracy? Don't be such of a pessimist. For once, be excited and celebrate what sort of democracy we enjoy. It could be worse. I mean, that's the truth. It might not be exactly what we want and what we desire, but it could be worse. So for today, let's admit that it is better than the worst.